judge laughed. Right there in open court, with a gallery full of people and a smirk that said he thought he was untouchable. I had just requested a continuance. My client was a 13-year-old boy who'd been shuffled through the system like a case file, and his mother, who was late, had taken 3 buses just to get to the courthouse. This isn't a charity, counselor, the judge said, twirling his pen. You got 30 seconds left to beg. The prosecutor chuckled. The bailiff cracked half a grin. I didn't flinch. I didn't argue. I simply reached into my leather satchel, quiet, calm, and laid a black case on the bench. Then I said it. Your Honor, we're already being recorded. Continue. The courtroom went still. You could feel the air shift, not because I raised my voice, but because I didn't have to. That morning started like many others. I wore a navy dress, low heels, and no ID badge. I prefer it that way. Let them assume. The receptionist gave me the wrong file. Didn't think you were the attorney, she shrugged. Security randomly pulled me aside, twice. And the bailiff? He tried to make me sit in the defendant's row. Ma'am, visitors don't go there, he told me. I corrected him. Politely, firmly. The microaggressions didn't bother me anymore. I had a system. I logged it all. Every glance, every delay, every word they didn't think I heard. Because I wasn't just there to represent a client, I was there to audit the entire room. What no one in that courtroom knew was that I worked for the DOJ Civil Rights Division, field agent, 8 months of embedded review. And today was the final day of observation. I'd been cataloging judicial bias across 3 states. This judge, his name came up, twice. Once from a defense attorney, once from a public defender in tears, and now with 1 sentence and 1 smirk, he'd just verified every claim. On record, on camera. I slid my badge forward. FBI credentials, division marker, real-time body mic blinking red. His smirk vanished. I've trained judges, I said flatly. I've audited prosecutorial behavior in federal cases. You just failed both tests in 30 seconds. He tried to speak, but I wasn't finished. You're not on trial, I told him, but your docket is. The gallery froze. The prosecutor stepped back. The bailiff stood upright, blinking. 2 federal agents entered from the rear exit. Quiet, controlled. This bench is suspended pending investigation, I said. Step away. And he did, without a word. News broke that night. FBI agent silences judge mid-hearing. Entire courtroom audited. The clip of me sliding that badge across the bench. It went viral. 10 million views in 2 days. But that wasn't the point. What mattered was the change that came after. Judicial bias training was made mandatory statewide. Prosecutorial reviews increased. The judge, removed. The prosecutor, under review. And that little boy, my client, he was released to his mother, whose case was dismissed with prejudice. A week later, he looked at me and asked, "Are you like FBI or something?" I smiled. "Something like that." He grinned. "You talk soft," he said, "but the room always listens." I paused. Let that sit. Because sometimes you don't raise your voice to get justice. You just raise the standard. They didn't just laugh at the wrong woman. They opened the wrong file, and I was the one who wrote it.